What's going on guys, Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the potential of having a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct within the coming weeks. Now if there's one thing that we can all agree on, it's the fact that there's still more information left to be shown about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I mean just yesterday we were exactly 2 months away from the game's launch, and so now we're less than 2 months away and there's still information that needs to be said. So I think everyone here is anticipating one more big information dump to come for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it's obviously just going to be in like a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate focused direct, pretty much like the one that we got back in August. And so there's many rumblings going on as to when we could expect this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Some people are saying that it's going to be in October, some people are saying that it's going to be in November, and so in this video I kind of just want to give you guys my thoughts on when I think that this direct is going to happen and why I feel like it has the potential to happen in October as well as November with all of the evidence that we have. So yeah, let's get started. Now before we can start predicting exactly when the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen, there's a few things that we need to understand first. Now the first thing that we need to understand is that there's only going to be one more information dump left for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it's going to be within the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Like I really don't feel like that they're going to do two separate Smash Bros. Directs where we get one in October and one in November. It's just going to be one last final presentation right before the game comes out, as we're now less than 2 months away from the game's release. The next thing that you need to understand is that we're not going to have any more Nintendo Directs this year, and I mean this kind of makes a lot of sense as well. With the last Nintendo Direct that we got in September, they pretty much talked about every single game that's going to be coming out for the rest of 2017, and they even went into some stuff that's going to be coming out in spring of 2019. I mean, I think that a lot of you guys can agree with me in the fact that we're not going to get another Nintendo Direct later this year. I mean, Nintendo pretty much follows the same formula where they have one Direct that happens in January where they talk about some games that are going to be coming out during the first few months of the year. Then they have like a big spring Direct that happens, and this year that was the one that teased Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at the very end. Then they focus on one big game at E3. I mean, like one year we had Zelda, last year we had Super Mario Odyssey, and this year it focused on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And then they have like a fall Direct that usually happens in September that reveals all of the games that are going to be coming out for the rest of the year. And so with all of that, there's going to be one last information dump that's left for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's going to happen in the form of a Direct, and that there's not going to be any more normal Nintendo Directs later this year, so there's no way for them to put in other information for Super Smash Bros. In like a Nintendo Direct. And so now comes the part in speculating about when this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen. So the first thing is that some people are saying that this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen this month in October. Now there are a few things that indicate that maybe some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news is going to be happening really soon, and this all has to do with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website. Now if you go to the official Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website, you can see that the part where they have all the fighters section, or like the part where they label fighters, actually no longer has the little new flag that was on it before. So whenever some new fighters are announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there's always like a red flag that says new that comes up in front of that fighter section, and that always highlights like the new fighters that are going to appear in the game. But whenever that flag gets removed, a lot of people do find that it kind of does indicate that maybe some other type of announcement is going to happen. The thing is that people have seen that once this new flag disappears from the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website, there's usually like an announcement that follows up with some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news. This same thing happened for Simon Belmont when Simon Belmont was revealed in the August Direct for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it also happened with Isabelle when Isabelle was revealed in the Nintendo Direct that happened last month. Basically what happened was the new flag was removed from the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website, and just within a few days later, I think it was like in about 10 days, they had a new character that was announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And something else that people have also discovered is that it looks like that there are some private videos that are in a playlist for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well, and a lot of times these videos get published right after a new character reveal. Like if there's going to be a new character and they've got some music and like remixes for music from that game, then they'll upload them all at once to the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website. And this also happened for Simon Belmont as well, as I'm sure some of you can remember that music from Castlevania actually leaked a little bit early right before the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. So because of how they have some private videos in terms of music in their playlist, maybe there is some type of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate announcement that's coming, and so that's why a lot of people are saying that maybe we're going to be getting something very soon in terms of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news that's going to happen in October. And so while that's all very likely, I still feel like that there's also a chance that we could get some type of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct that's going to happen next month in November. Now personally, I do feel like that this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen in November, and I will go into my reasons as to why I feel like it's going to happen next month. But of course, I will take a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct any day if it happens in October. Like that's just more news that's going to come faster, so of course I'll be fine with that, but I'm just going to go into my reasoning as to why I feel like it's going to happen in November. So the thing that I've noticed is that whenever Nintendo has a big game that's going to be coming out, they like to have a Nintendo Direct that focuses on that game. Now when I say big game, I don't really mean in terms of sales, as of course Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to do very well in sales, but I really mean big game in terms of content, as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or just Super Smash Bros. Games in general are massive games with tons of content from like music and stages and characters and stuff, and so that's why I mean like when they have this big type of game that's going to be coming out, they like to do a direct that focuses more on all the stuff that's going to happen within the game. And so another big game that came out last year for the Nintendo Switch was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And so like I said, I don't really mean in terms of sales, but I mean in terms of content. Now I've already told you guys that I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but Ruffle Rowlet has told me multiple times on the Nintendo Night podcast that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a ton of content that's within the game, and I think he even said like the DLC that came out for it added like 100 plus hours more of gameplay, so it's a massive game according to him. Like he said, there's a lot of content and there's really a lot of stuff that you can do within the game that will keep you lost in it for hours. And so if you guys remember, last year we actually had a focus direct for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well, and this direct happened right before the launch of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And we also had a direct that focused on Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and that happened in 2014 and was known as the 50 Fact Extravaganza. Now the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U 50 Fact Extravaganza Direct happened on October 23rd, 2014, and the game released on November 21st, 2014. As for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Direct happened on November 7th, 2017, and the game released on December 1st, 2017. So the days between the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U 50 Fact Extravaganza Direct and the game's release was around 29 days. And then for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the time between the Direct and the game's release was around 24 days. So if we take the average of these two numbers, we get approximately around 26 days before the Direct and then the launch of the game. And so according to this, I really feel like they're going to try to do a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct right around 26 or so days before the game releases on December 7th. And so using 26 days or so, I feel like that the perfect time for this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct to happen will be right around November 8th, 2018, or maybe even a little bit before, like November 2nd, 2018, but I really feel like that this final Direct is going to happen within the first 2 weeks of November. And I feel like that this would make a lot of sense as well. I think in November, like right around early November, they could show off a whole bunch of stuff for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and show off like new modes and get people very excited with the new characters. And Sakurai did say that they want to reveal every single character before the game releases, so they would pretty much have to uncover every single character that's left in this game, as there's not going to be another information dump after the game or after this direct is going to happen. So I really feel like that this final direct is going to be huge, and so that's why it would make sense to have it in November, because then people will be very excited as they would only have a few more weeks to go until the game's launch. And so if the direct happened in October, I really feel like if they uncovered everything else that was left for this game in October, there just wouldn't be a lot of stuff, and we still have around 2 months or so to go right until the game releases. So I tweeted about this on my Twitter as well, so let's take a look at my Twitter and see if we got any responses. I asked you guys when you feel like this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen, and whether or not you think it's going to happen in October, or if you think it's going to happen in November. So yeah, here's the tweet right here. I said, so when are we getting this inevitable Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct? Vote down below, and also let me know if you believe in getting one this month because of the changes to the website, and you could be featured in an upcoming video. So 53% of you said it's going to happen in October, and 47% of you guys said it's going to happen in November, and this was out of 551 votes. So it is a lot of people who voted, and I guess a lot of you guys do think it's going to happen this month, but a lot of you guys do also think it's going to happen next month as well, so I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. And yeah, Sinister Aero here is saying probably October, because November is probably Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee's month. Now that is true, but the thing about this is a lot of people say like, you know, there's going to be big games coming out in November, so they would pretty much have to do Smash Ultimate like reveal and direct within October. But the thing is, we pretty much have big games that are coming out for the rest of the year. Like it really doesn't matter, because if they do a direct for Smash Bros in October, you're still going to have like Call of Duty Black Ops 4, you're going to have Red Dead Redemption 2 in October. If they decide to do one in November, you're going to have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you're going to have Fallout 76 and Battlefield 5, so it really doesn't matter when they decide to do it. There's still going to be big games regardless, so I don't really feel like that argument makes a lot of sense where it's like there's big games coming out so Smash will get overshadowed. There's going to be big games until the end of the year. Bulbasaur here is saying, I feel like late October is good, as they probably want to show everything before they release the Smash bundle and the pre-order cards. That's also true, the bundle is coming out pretty early in November, so I think it would make a lot of sense. I mean, maybe like very late October or like early November. As you guys saw in my prediction, I pretty much said it's going to be within the first or second week in November. I don't really see them going too much, because then we get into like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and like Black Friday and Thanksgiving and all around that time. So it would be pretty early in November, I would think. But yeah, I can agree with you in that. I'll scroll down a little bit here. Let's try to find Danielle here is saying, I want to say November because it would create more hype, plus they could announce a demo or something. That could be true as well, like November, like right before the game is about to come out a few weeks, they could say like there's going to be a special eShop demo where you can play with like 5 characters or something. That could be pretty cool. Jason here is saying that while it would be awesome if it came in October, I'm going realistic and gonna say November. That will be the month for Smash news. That's also when the Smash bundle releases, so there will be hype surrounding that. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. They could promote that within the direct as well and be like, don't forget you can be able to get the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate bundle on November 3rd, I'm pretty sure. So that could be pretty cool. Ali here is saying October, of course. There's that little hint that the new is being removed. And the timing feels right considering the past info has been revealed for about 2 months between on average. So that's also true. I mean, also I think something that I really didn't think of is that maybe what if they like try to have a new character reveal where it's just going to be a new character in like a random event that's going to happen one day. Like if you guys remember for Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and the Wii U, there was one event where they revealed Robin as a new character, but it wasn't within like a Nintendo Direct or like a Smash Direct. It was just one day Nintendo tweeted out and they were like, there's going to be a special new character that we're going to reveal on the website, so just tune in around this time. So maybe they could do something like that in October where they're like, we just need to get some Smash news out there so we can just have one new character that's going to be revealed this month, and then next month we'll have the big Direct where we reveal everything else. Spooky Orange Yoshi saying October 16th, Smash Direct, that's all I'm going to say. I mean, I don't know where you've heard October 16th from, but I guess we'll see. Keeping it a Zoomeril says, I'd say November, it's the month before release, and they're really going to want to ramp up the hype to drive those holiday sales. Plus November will have it fresh in your mind moving into December. Totally exactly what I feel like as well. Makes a lot of sense. My dude Slow Speed Run here is saying, I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping that we get one this month. It would be the perfect time to announce Skull Kid as a playable character, and if he is one, and Halloween is coming up, so he wears a mask, and that would be pretty spooky. And then we've got, of course, Sans here. Of course, people are going to joke around with that. I'll scroll down a little bit more here as well. This person here is saying, I believe it's going to be November because they said that they were slowing down the reveals, but on the other hand, there is that playlist and the website theory. So that is true. I mean, if you guys don't know, Sakurai recently did say that he wants to slow down the reveals for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like he said, if a lot of you guys were just expecting reveals to come non-stop until release, that's really not going to be the case. So I feel like it would make sense to slow down stuff and probably have just one last direct that's going to happen in November, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for all your responses. I wish I could read all of them, but we just get so many of these now. But yeah, thank you so much, and remember, if you guys ever want to be featured in videos like this, just go and follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero. And so there you go guys, that's all the speculation that we have as to when this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. Do you think it's going to happen in October? Do you think it's going to happen in November? Definitely let me know what are your thoughts on when this final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to happen. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Smash Bros content in the future, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to be a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at @ActualAero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. I'll have that linked in the description. We've got a bunch of nice people there who are always talking about Smash Bros and Pokemon, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.